Today we're at Silverstone with the Ferrari Owners Club celebrating the fabulous Ferrari F40. It's the 25th anniversary of this iconic supercar, and it's got to be said, it is the daddy of all supercars. With me is Nigel Chilton-Hunt, who's not only an owner of one of these fabulous cars, he's also organised today. How many cars have you got here today, Nigel?
Well, we think we haven't had a positive count out, but we think we're well over 60 and maybe 62, and it's just an amazing turnout. We're so grateful to the owners for taking the trouble to come, and it's just made it fantastic. The weather's cooperated, and wow, what a day.
It is fabulous, and I think it's tribute to this car as to how many people have come today. And I think there's some from Europe and outside the UK as well.
Yeah, we've got one guy from Romania, we've got a Swiss guy, we've got some French, Italians, and a couple of Americans, and even some of the guys that are racing are taking the time out to come and do this parade, and we're so grateful to them for doing it, because that's what makes it.
It's brilliant. I mean, obviously the other side of this, you are the proud owner of one of these cars. What do they like to live with? I mean, I've been to them, I've driven them, they are savagely fast, and even 25 years on, they are still the daddy of all cars, aren't they?
That's right. Well, you see, the special thing about the F40, what I felt is, it was the first supercar, and it was the last road Ferrari that Enzo oversaw, and so it's the last true performance car that Enzo produced. So it's a very special car, and as you say, the performance is fantastic, and they're not overcomplicated compared with modern Ferraris, which are incredible machines. These cars do this speed and do the excitement without the complication, and that's why they are a great thing for the future, because they will still be going in 25 years' time for the 50th anniversary. Whether I'll be here is another matter, or whether we all will, but we hope we will.
As you can see behind me, we've got the most impressive lineup of F40s. This is the biggest gathering that has ever been worldwide for the F40s. I've just been speaking to the organisers. We're up to about over 60 now that you can see in a line. What we're going to do is try and grab some conversations with some of the owners that are proud enough to own these cars. Let's see who we can find. There's a guy over here to talk to. This is Rod Keys. He's got a car, and he's had his car from new. Rod, thanks for talking to us. Rod, I know you're an owner that's had this car from new,
right.
Which is a unique situation.
Yeah.
And I know you went to the factory to see the car being built.
That's right, yeah. I've got photographs of it on the line, being built. And we had a seat fitting, and we drove it round the track.
Because that was one of the small options that Ferrari gave you, was the size of seats, wasn't it? It was like a small, medium and large. Yeah. You didn't get carpets or aircon or any luxury, but you could have a choice of seats.
That's right. It's the seats, and the other option was to have a plumbed-in fire extinguisher system.
Yeah, right, I remember that one.
Or you could also have the adjustable suspension, which I took the option for.
On the later cars, because the first ones had sliding windows,
right.
Non-adjustable suspension. It was only the Americans that forced it to have catalytic converters, wasn't it? So, How is life with these cars? How do you I mean, they are savagely fast. How do you get on with them?
I've been driving fast cars, because I'm quite old now. And can just about tame it, I think.
Because they are, even by today's standards, 25 years on, they are savagely fast. Have you had any moments in yours?
The worst moment that I've had is when I spun it on the M25 and standing water.
So that could have been messy then?
Yeah, it could have been. Luckily I kept it out of the barriers, but...
But it's tribute to how savage these things are.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, 500 horsepower, and they're very light, and very, very fast acceleration. So, yeah.
Well, I think we're only going to be going slowly today. I think the general thrust of today is to enjoy and celebrate the F40. I think it's just going to be a parade lap, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for your time, Rob.
Thanks, Ian.
There's a lot going on. They've got helicopters doing photos up in the air today. They've got cameras on tops of the cars. This is just an incredible gathering of cars. Let's see who else we can find. I can't believe there's this many cars. This is amazing. Oh, here's someone who will talk to us. A lot of these cars don't get used. They all sit in air chambers and bubbles and what have you, but John is very supportive. He turns up, Help for Heroes, does a lot of charity rides and runs, and I know you get very great enjoyment about the people that are next to you when they get a chance to go in these cars.
Yeah, they'll go out and they go, oh yeah, I've waited all my life to go out in one of these. And I was, what I meant was how long you waited for this, thinking, no, we've waited 2 hours in the queue. He said, no, I've waited 30 years to go out in it.
I think that's a tribute to how special these cars are held. Thank you very much for your time, John. Enjoy today. Thank you very much. Right, before they go out, we're on our last sort of 10 minutes before these cars go out. Shirley, I've got to talk to you because you're the mastermind behind behind Nigel. I know it's taken a massive amount of organisation to get nearly 70 Ferraris all in one place at one time.
It's really just trying to get everybody to reply as well and trying to get them to commit. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, that's owners for you. But surely they wanted to be part of this. This is going down in history today, isn't it?
Yes, we're making history. That's exactly what we're doing here. It's going to be fun as well.
It's going to be brilliant. And I know you get out in yours sometimes. Do you enjoy going out in the F40?
Well, yes I do, but usual Ferrari, you know, we were driving in it the other day and it was either freezing cold or if you put the heat on, it mists up inside. And the air conditioning is also dripping on my foot.
That's
and
right.
Everybody says, yeah, wonderful cars, yes, absolutely terrific. No, they're fantastic.
Brilliant.
Love them, absolutely love them.
They make you smile. Everyone who goes out to them seems... I was talking to a guy earlier, he hadn't driven his for about 8 months, and he'd forgotten how fantastic these things are.
They are.
So,
and everybody who sees them has a big smile on their faces, and they're always filming them. Whenever you go along the motorway or wherever, you will see people filming you on the camera.
and people are generally happy to see you in these cars because they're such a classic and such an icon.
Absolutely.
They let you out and things. So it's
Absolutely, yes.
Brilliant.
We have never really had any problems with this car, never.
Brilliant. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the day. Right, let's see who else we can find. Here's a man in shorts that might talk to us. How are we doing?
Very well, thanks Ian. How are you?
Very well. DK Engineering are probably obviously supporting this tremendously today. I mean, what a lineup! I mean, this is amazing. I know you do more than most on the servicing and look after these cars. How many cars have you got here today?
We've brought 7 along, so we trucked 6 here, drove 1. We've probably, looking at the lineup, I think there's about 35 of our customers in the lineup. So, yeah, looking down the list, it's all familiar names and faces.
Brilliant. What does it for you on these cars? We've all got our special memories of going out in these cars. What makes it so special for you?
I mean, yeah, I was a very young man when these were brand new, and I remember the first time I went to one and just couldn't believe, the performance of them. And I think still today it shocks people when you get in a car and it's 25 years old, 500 horsepower, 1,200 kilos. How, and the power delivery, the way those turbos deliver that power.
They are absolutely savage.
Yeah, absolutely savage. And we went down to the Le Mans Classic a couple of weeks ago with a couple of friends. We had a modern 430. The F40 easily outpaced it the whole time, and they just could not believe how fast it was for a 25-year-old car.
It is, and it's taken them 25 years, and they still haven't caught up. Where do you see these on values? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of investment going on with these cars. Where do you see the values of the F40s and going at the moment?
I think they'll continue to climb. There's a lot of people, especially my generation, who are coming, into money, so to speak, as they've got sort of 10, 15 years into their working career, and they can afford these. And these cars were iconic when they were youngsters. So I think it's going to continue to grow. I'm also seeing, 5 years ago we were selling cars to guys that had just 1 or 2 Ferraris, and the F40 was the car. Whereas I'm selling cars now to people who are adding to a collection. Maybe they've got 5 or 6, and the Ferrari is the F40. It's the iconic car from the 80s. So the prices, are still increasing. And all I can say about them is that the spread will increase with time as well. The low mileage cars will become proportionally much more valuable than the high mileage cars.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the day.
Cheers.
Right, we're getting near the end of the line now. Because they're being followed today by the Lamborghini Owners Club. So we've got the F40s, then there's some pace cars, and then they've got the Lamborghinis following on behind. So you can see there's the Lamborghini. Oh, Lamborghini's coming through now. Right, let's go back down to the bottom and see who else we can find. I'm here with Lamborghini royalty, Valentino Balboa. Many of you recognise him as the chief test driver for Lamborghini in Spa. Now, what brings you to the Ferrari F40 celebrations today?
Well, it is interesting to see so many cars. I heard about this meeting. I didn't know if I was able to take part to this meeting, but it's fantastic. I mean, I never seen so many beautiful cars all together.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's a nice celebration, and I'm very happy. I can see many people that I know, Lamborghini and Ferrari customer, which is very good. But this is really amazing, you know.
It is.
60 or more Ferrari F40 altogether is something which I never seen in my life.
And what memories have you got of the F40? Obviously, you know about the cars. What do you like about them?
Well, we had a lot of competition with this car. This car gave us a lot of headache.
I should think it
but,
did.
you know, this is really a Ferrari spirit, you know, it's a racing spirit of Ferrari, and this is very good. I mean, it's very good. And, you know, we had a lot of fights on modern areas with this car, and it was nice, you know.
You had to sharpen your pencil back in the 80s when they launched this one. Okay, thank you very much for talking to us today. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
I still can't believe I'm looking at the back of these cars. I mean, you've never seen so many F40s. The iconic shape of the wings just going down the line here. This is a truly breathtaking time, and I don't think this will ever be seen again. We go back down through the line, see if we can find some more owners to talk to. Oh, here's a man who will talk to us. See if we can get a chat with this guy. See if I can butt in here. Stuart, now I know you're an owner of an F40 or previously. What's your experience of these iconic cars?
F40s, yeah. Well, they're very iconic, and as you can see from here, they have all the performance you'd ever require on a road, at maximum discomfort to passengers.
We did have some frills, but not very many.
No, yes, it's fair enough, yes, you have comfortable seats. But if you take them onto a track environment, they also come into their own, because the suspension allows the car to be driven competently in major circuits, and you can feel the essence of any fast driving motor car. So an F40 truly is an iconic car.
How would you describe the savage power of these cars? Because I've taken other owners out in F40s that have got 430s and 360s, and they're amazed at how fast they are. How do you get across the G-forces that these cars come out with?
Well, yes, as you say, there's no systems other than the driver has got 478 brake horsepower under his, with a car weighing no more than 1,100 kilos. So yes, the savagery of the power down the back wheels, you can generally spin them up in the lower gears very readily. So yes, it takes a bit of caution and experience not to do wrong.
And they are a car you have to respect.
Yes.
Okay, there's obviously a bit of technical information going on here. I've got to ask you guys, what's going on down here?
What's that?
You're obviously learning about F40s today.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. And have you come in an F40 today, Michael?
Yeah. Ours is over there.
And how old are you?
11.
So you must be the luckiest 11-year-old to be here in an F40.
Yeah.
Do your friends know you're here?
I think so, yeah.
They must be very envious. So what are you learning about F40s here? You're obviously looking at brakes and wheels and things.
Yeah. Just like what's new on the tyres and stuff.
One of the things we've been looking at is how the air flows on this car, haven't we? We talked about that before. That's one of the cool things about F40s, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's another owner that we've just bumped into. What can you tell me about your car? Why is the F40 so special to you?
It's a beautiful car and it's exhilarating.
Why?
Because it's very fast.
We'll just beep that bit out.
Yeah. No, it's super. It's every time you drive it, it's just that adrenaline rush.
You get out smiling every time.
Yeah, every time. It never fails.
They are. We keep saying all the way through talking to owners, it's hard to describe how fast these cars are until you've been in one.
Yeah.
They're just beyond comparison from other cars, aren't they?
You just need a big road a big road, clear, and then let it go. And it's just amazing.
How often do you get out in yours? How often do you use it?
Every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We've been to Spa this year, we're here. We've been to the Northern Concourse, National Concourse, and the more you use it, the better it gets.
And we've spoken before about some of the cost of running these cars, and some of the modern day supercars are just prohibitively expensive to run.
Yeah.
With the Veyrons and things. The tyres are custom made, they've got ceramic clutches. The F40, in comparison for what you get, isn't that expensive, is it?
No, and I think getting the right person is crucial, and somebody you can trust. I think the knowledge and then trust is everything, I think, with the sort of, you know, the F40.
With the F40, but generally...
You've got to have the knowledge of the car.
Yeah.
And if you get somebody who knows what it's about, and then the fur, then it's not over the top.
But components generally aren't ridiculous money, are they? Clutches are hundreds of pounds rather than thousands, tyres are hundreds rather than thousands.
Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's worth it. I mean, the thing is, it's a beautiful car, it's an appreciating asset, and it gives a lot of fun, so it's unbeatable, isn't it?
It's worth it all round, really.
It's the best car in the world, without a doubt.
You're going to have a good day, aren't you?
I'm going to have a great time, yeah. It's a shame I'm going to have to go to slow.
Brilliant, thank you for talking to us. Thank you very much. Here's some more Ferrari enthusiasts.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, how are you?
All right, thanks.
What does today mean to you?
Oh, it's a great day, isn't it? It's a chance to bring the F40 out. I mean, it's not a car you use every day. It's not a car I use every day. But it's a great opportunity to bring it out and join in the festival, really.
I think generally F40s, when you do bring them out, it's a special occasion, isn't it?
It is. They always put a smile on your face, yeah.
And why is that?
Well, there's nothing. I don't think there's another drive like it. I think once those turbos kick in, it's just an amazing feeling, and no, I don't know another car like it.
And even though they almost look not common today, but we've never seen so many cars. Generally, you don't see more than one or two in a place at any one time.
And you hardly ever see them on the road at all. I mean, the number of looks we got just driving up here yesterday was amazing. He reckoned he was the most photographed passenger on earth.
So how often do you get to be a passenger in one of these iconic cars?
This is my first time. So.
First time in an F40?
Yeah.
Now, there's not many people that have been in one, so this is your first time. So what's your reaction on these cars?
It's just unlike anything else, really. It's just the power behind it. It's just incredible, yeah. And it's,
it is almost undescribable, isn't it?
Indeed, yeah, it is.
There's another Ferrari group going here. Are you with one of these iconic cars today? Or
me and Terry.
Fantastic. Two owners? Yes. Brilliant. How long have you had the cars?
I've had mine about 14 years. And how long have you had it?
About 8 years myself.
8 years.
Yeah.
And what do you enjoy about the cars?
It's just fantastic. Everyone appreciates them. They're lovely. Everywhere you go, people don't touch them. They just adore them.
Yeah, they have got a phenomenal following. I mean, it is the daddy of all supercars. How do you find they are to live with?
They're good to live with, but you're just glad to put them back in the garage after you've driven them. So.
You're glad you made it home safely.
Yeah, one of those sort of cars. Yeah, great fun though. Yeah.
How far have you come today to be here?
Only Hertfordshire, so yeah.
Oh, so it's quite local, really. You'd have to go the long way home to enjoy the ride.
But no, it's good.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Thanks for talking to us. Right, we're sort of back down at the front again now. We've probably got about 10 minutes or so before we've got to get in the pace car and get these cars running. What they're going to do is they're going to do a parade lap round at about 30 or 40 mile an hour, and we're going to try and keep the F40s together. And there's a helicopter up in the sky that's going to photograph all this, because obviously it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do this. So hopefully it'll all work. absolutely fabulous day. We've had how many Ferraris here today for F40s?
Well, we've had 60 F40s. It's been an absolutely amazing day. A wonderful sight on track. We've had the lovely weather. Beautiful track at Silverstone, and I'm absolutely amazed and grateful to all the owners that have taken the trouble to bring the cars here, because it just was truly exciting. And to see at the front of the parade and go round the corners and look back and see lines of F40s was an unforgettable sight.
It was a truly memorable sight, and I think on behalf of the entire Owners Club we do owe a huge debt of thanks to both you and Shirley and Peter and the rest of the team that have pulled this together. This has been world class today with this many F40s and the other cars that are here, so thank you very much from everybody.
Thank you, Ian, and as I say, a special thank you to Peter and all the Ferrari Owners Club people. You can't say enough of how wonderful they are and how helpful they were, and it's been a pleasure to run it, so thank you very much.
It is, it's a brilliant day, thank you very much.
Good.